Alright, good morning everyone. Today I'm thinking of playing around with a little Azorius deck that I've made in Standard here. Now, as I've mentioned before, I'm not generally a big fan of blue, because blue is known for a couple of things. Mostly counter and mill. You also got lots of card draw, scrying, flying, maybe some wizards in there. If I ever play blue, it's almost never filled with counterspell, and only if I'm feeling cheeky do I play mill. Otherwise, I like to be more direct, and as you can see, this deck is a flying deck, with a little bit extra thrown in for fun. Down here in our low converted mana cost, you've got Fairy Vandal, which powers up whenever you draw. I do have draw in this deck, as you can tell by Optin Frenetic Inventory and Staggering Insight. Also got Skycat Sovereign and Watcher of the Spheres, helping out just with sort of the general flying stuff. Brazen Borrower gives us a little bit of control. Maybe I should use more than two of those in this deck, I'm not sure. Inscription of Insight, also pretty good card. I like all of the inscriptions from Zendikar. They're actually pretty powerful. I would love to maybe have another one or two of these. Then when you get into some of the bigger cards, got Shark Typhoon here, which can help us really fill the air with those flying sharks, although I honestly don't have many non-creature spells to help trigger that with, which is a little bit of a problem. Maybe I should change that up a bit. Dream Trawler is probably the heart and soul of this deck. It's a really good card that powers itself up, has lifelink, has flying, and also can give itself Hexproof if you decide to discard. Otherwise, everything here in the middle is a little bit of support. Strix, really powerful, flying 4/5, lets you lower the cost for other flyers. Stormwing Entity, a little bit for scrying, also can really buff up well if I've played an Optra Frenetic Inventory, or Frantic Inventory. And Fairy Formation, also relatively powerful flyer, and also can help fill the air with other strong flyers. So Fairy Formation and Skycat Sovereign can create a bunch of these little 1/1 flyers to fill the air with, and they are the reason why I have Zirda in the deck, just to lower the cost for making those flyers. I think Zirda also can, in theory, help a bit with Shark Typhoon if I ever want to use it just for the cycling cost. Honestly, as I've kind of mentioned, this deck has some things in here that may not be as efficient as possible, but on the other hand, this deck has actually done me really well in Standard. It's the one I've been laddering the most with this past month. I'm not much of a ladder person, as I think I've mentioned on a previous video. But, this one does well. It gets me up to gold. I'm not going to ladder today. I'm just going to go for some free play. That's because I intend to enjoy more. But yeah, relatively good deck. I am thinking of doing a ladder live stream sometime this coming week after the profiles roll over at the beginning of the month. I think I should have a poll up on my Twitter account for that soon. I have the first poll up already. I'll have a poll up for deck choice later. But yeah, this deck actually is pretty damn close to what a normal deck size should be, which is atypical for me, especially since I have so much drawing in this deck. Usually if I have a lot of draw, that's all the more reason for me to want to build big. But, maybe actually having this close to 60, it just gets what I want done, and that's that. And that might be the reason why I'm laddering better with it. Efficiency and things like that. But yeah, so let's go and have some fun with this Azorius flying deck. Alright, let's see what we've got. Granny G. Okay. What kind of deck is Granny G bringing here? Yorion Sky Nomad. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I've got a turn 2 play. I've got a turn 3 play. I'll see how this goes. I'm really upset. I was playing against a Yorion deck the other day. I mentioned it on the last video I posted with my artifact deck, how crazy it got. But, oh, I just wish I had actually gotten a video of it with how long that game went. Especially because my opponent had control for most of the game, but then at one point I was able to wipe most of their board with Ugin, and after that I took control. But it took a long time to get there, especially because they were running, as blue does a lot, Counterspell. Okay. I'm glad I played the Fairy Vandal first instead of Skycat Sovereign because they are running black. And now I have enough lands to get both the Fairy Formation and the Dream Trawler out, so I'm moderately comfortable with this. Oh, they're probably going to get rid of the Dream Trawler now. Oh, wait, they can't. Yeah, can't get rid of creatures there. I didn't have any instant sorceries or enchantments for them to target. But they are still running black, so I have to be careful here. What are they doing? Oh, yep, another nightmare. Fine, be that way. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Borrower. It's a little frustrating, but we'll see how it all goes. Glass Casket, interesting. So they're just doing whatever they can to stop my creatures from being on the field until they can actually do something big, I assume. So all they've done is control the field at the moment. Alrighty. This will be fun. If they try to target the Dream Trawler, I can get rid of a Frantic Inventory, which powers up the other one when I play it next turn, assuming they don't hit my hand again. Because now, if some of the few non-creature, non-land spells that I had... Okay, they've got Yorion now. Alright, drawing card, Watcher of the Sphere. Alright, what do I want to do here? I'm going to draw with the Dream Trawler anyway, so I'm going to play Watcher of the Spheres and get a little fairy out. Another Frantic Inventory. Alright, wow. And they're down to 4 life. If they can... I guess if they have a board wipe with their whites, that could make things interesting. Another Glass Casket. Can't target my big ones, but they're probably going to hit Watcher of the Spheres. Yep. And now they're just down to 1 land. I think that's game. Unless they've... Oh, no, two lands. There we go. I missed the other one that wasn't tapped yet. Oh, and it's another Glass Casket. They're going to get rid of the token. And then they've got nothing else they can do aside from maybe attacking for a little bit of damage. Yeah. I bet they're going after some of their goals for the day. Let's see how crazy I can get here. Storming Entity. I have my own goals for the moment. In terms of my actual tasks for the day, we're playing white and blue cards. So this is trying to play as much as I can. Oh, I could have played my opt, but they forfeited before I could do that. Oh well. That went all right. definitely what I generally want to happen with this deck, even though they controlled some of my got rid of some of my smaller creatures there, and I'm already almost halfway done with my task for the day. Fun stuff! Let's see how we can do with the rest of this. Alright. Ooh, Mirku? Mirku playing as Garuk. Not the best starting hand, but I can still play every single card with the 2 lands that I have. I'm going to try to use the Opt to get another land, though. I'll wait to play that until my opponent's end phase. Okay, they've got a red, but nothing playing yet. I'm going to start with Watcher of the Spheres. I'd like to save Fairy Vandal because I can power it up, so if they've got something to hit it with... Oh, there we go. They don't, it appears. Do I want to play Frantic Inventory or Staggering Insight? I'm going to play Staggering Insight because I like Lifelink. So now I get to draw, and Fairy Vandal powers up. Ooh, another Watcher of the Spheres. Pack Leader, nice. So they're playing with a dog deck. Good lord. Alright, let's play Plains, let's play Frantic Inventory, get the fairy powered up quickly. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. So I'm just coming in the air right now. Unless they, again, if they've got a nice white board wipe, which they do not. Oh, that's right, I'm playing Standard right now. I don't think there are any good board wipes in Standard at the moment. So, oh, Skycat Sovereign, Frantic Inventory, and yeah, there's one. I'm honestly surprised I don't see flying in Standard as much as it's currently done. Oh, hang on. I'm surprised I don't see it more than what's currently being done. Because there isn't a lot of flying control in Standard right now. I know I mentioned on a previous video that Zendikar didn't give us much green to work with. And I don't think there was, you know, an incredible amount in the most recent core set either. But, so yeah, not a lot of reach, not a lot of destroy flying. And there's good flying creatures, or there's a number of flying creatures available, but I just don't see people using them much. So this deck, yeah, it's probably another reason why this deck has helped me ladder as much as it has, because there's just no real defense for it. At least people aren't planning for a good defense for it. Alright, as before, I'm going to probably play Watcher of the Spheres before I play the Vandal. Okay, but this person is playing green, so we'll see what happens. Oh, it's Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra. Let's play Zirda next. So to protect us on the ground. Next turn, I can play my Stormwing Entity. Okay, they're definitely going for the landfall deck. Ooh, okay, so do I Vandal Inventory or Stormwing with the Scry? I think I'm going to Stormwing with the Scry for the... Let's go Vandal. And inventory. Doesn't help me too much. Oh, I can't play the Stormwing now, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave... I'm always gonna leave Zirda to block. Because I don't want to attack, because that would end up getting multi-blocked and killed. Okay, let's see here. They've got their Beanstalk Giant out. They have not played a land yet officially this turn. They've only used Beanstalk Giant's ability. And, well, they still pass. Okay. And they don't have one of the nice, simple white things to buff a creature. At least they didn't feel like attacking with it. Now we play Stormwing. I definitely don't need another Zirda. Thrix... I'm going to be playing Storm Typhoon next, so let's put Thrix back as well. Not the best start. But again, I can just keep swinging in the air. Ooh, okay, here we go. They're gonna hit Lotus Cobra a lot. Wow. Extra whites, Farfinder, okay. They must have been having trouble drawing lands, because they haven't done a lot of that naturally this game yet. Fairy formation, that's what I'm looking for. Because now Zirda lets me do this. Attack with everyone except Zirda. And now I'm in kill zone. Even if they play like 5 lands to get the Nectar Pot extra life, they are very much in kill zone. What are you gonna... Auspicious Styx. Nice. Very nice. And it's a land, which doesn't help them that much. I think they needed more field presence than that. Oh yeah, they just said good game. Alright, let's see here. And there, I've accomplished daily task. But we've got one more game to play if I want to hit that last major coin reward. So let's try to get one more win. Yeah, this is... I think I mentioned in the previous match about... The previous hint they showed on the screen reminded me that in the previous match I talked about my thought process on mulliganing. And this deck that I have right here, thankfully, doesn't have that problem very much. Even when I only get 2 lands, I have a bunch of cards that cost 2 lands, which my artifact deck that I showed last time definitely did not. So this is actually working out pretty well in terms of playability in that sense. Well, let's see how I play against Paradox, who's playing as Teferi, however you pronounce it. Playing with red, which is normally a sign of aggro, but they're not doing anything yet. They have the ability to do something, or else they wouldn't be hung up on main phase 1. Okay, and yeah, I was about to say, wake up, please. And there's the shock, okay. You know, I'm glad they did that now, instead of waiting for when I had a creature, because the thing is, I have a bunch of easily playable cards, but almost everything I have dies to shock, until I get to some of my bigger creatures. So, yeah. Scorching Dragonfire, that does not surprise me. Ooh, okay, I don't want to play Skycat Sovereign now. I want to hopefully try to make it so that it'll survive a shock if the shock comes out. Okay, so the question is, when do I play Fairy Vandal? Are they going to tap themselves out this turn or not? Do they have another shock in their hand? Raging Goblin, okay. I don't have to worry about him too much at the moment because I can block him. Now the question is, if they do have a shock or another Scorching Dragonfire in their hand, are they going to use it on the Watcher of the Spheres? Oh, okay. Grimrod Knight. I'm just going to let that one go through. They still have the ability to play a shock if they want. I'm going to pass. I'm not going to block. Again, let this just go through. I bet they're hoping to kill the Watcher. And I'm just not going to let them. Or I'm not going to take the bait. Now if they have a shock, they'll probably kill the Watcher. They don't. I'll play Fairy Vandal. Oh, now do they want to play the shock now to kill the Watcher before it powers up? They don't. And they can't play it. They don't. Or not that they can't play anything. They don't play anything. I'm going to play Skycat Sovereign. 3/3. And Frantic Inventory. Powers up the Vandal. Ooh, another Skycat Sovereign. This will be fun. Okay, well it depends on what I draw next turn. If I draw any playable land, I'd rather play the Dream Trawler than another Skycat. They have to have a shock in their hand or I wouldn't be seeing all these pauses, and they are not playing it. Or you know what, maybe they don't have a shock. They might have another one of these Rimrod Knights with its Boulder Rush. Careless Celebrant deals 2 damage when it dies. Okay. Have to be a little careful about blocking that thing then. Okay, they did have another Rimrod Knight. But they powered up the Celebrant and not the Goblin. Was that a mistake? I think that was a mistake. Okay, I did not draw another land, so I'll play Skycat Sovereign. And another Frantic Inventory. Hopefully get a land. 2 lands, yay. Let's put the Tranquil Cove out for some life. Massive swing in the air. Now they are in kill zone. The question is, will they forfeit before I can play the Dream Trawler or not? They've got a lot of mountains. Maybe there's... yeah, I can't think of any spell combination that would let them wipe my field with just red. And they just play the Knights. Okay. Attacking with the Celebrant. I'm just going to let that go through. Tranquil Cove for some more life. Dream Trawler for even more power there. And I'm just going to swing with the cats. I like my cats, as you guys have probably seen in some of my other videos. And there we go. So that is my Azorius flying deck that has done me quite well in Standard. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time.